Brian Stanley, 5 minutes.
We're speaking earlier on about when the government came to power, and the current government did inherit a mess. I accept that. Nobody would deny that. What they inherited was an appalling mess created by over the previous 13 or 14 years. But there's a lot of talk about jobs and more jobs. But what we've had a lot of launches and relaunches, but it hasn't really improved things on the ground. And in my own constituency, Minister, of Laois Offaly, we seem to have been completely forgotten about. The record of the IDA in the area is absolutely disgraceful. IDA visits to County Laois, there was IDA-sponsored visits by companies twice in 2012 to Laois. And last year, they didn't visit the county at all. There was no IDA-backed visits to the county, despite the fact that there was IDA facilities lying empty throughout the county. Offaly didn't fare much better. In 2011, they had one visit, and last year they had one visit. Since the government came to power, unemployment in Laois and Offaly has actually increased. And I wish I could stand here tonight and tell you different, but I have to tell you what exactly the facts are. When the government took power, there was 8,546 people unemployed in Laois, and now that's increased to 8,858, while in Offaly over the same period it has gone from 9,234 to 9,270. That's the record, they're the facts. The job creation plans, they appear to be in tatters. Have the promises been abandoned? I don't know, because the figures show that the dole queue is growing, despite mass emigration. Dole queues in Port Laois, Port Harrington, Rathdowney, Burr, Tullamore, Eden Derry, all those dole queues are expanding in length. Unfortunately, we put forward job creation proposals, and obviously Deputy Mulhern didn't read them from her comments. She comes in, she throws out a false accusation and runs out of the chamber again. What a pity she doesn't stay for the debate, and the same with Deputy Lawler. What we proposed was a stimulus package over a 4-year period, that there would be a fund there that had the potential to create up to 150,000 jobs, both long and short-term ones. And if we could just highlight 3 of those commitments in relation to what we propose. In relation to the Midlands and the South East, we propose the re-establishment of the sugar beet industry, which was closed under the previous government, Ceann Comhairle. It was closed under the reign of the Fianna Fáil government. And the demise of that sugar industry has had a huge negative impact. In County Laois alone, over 350 farmers were affected. And you had contractors and you had seasonal factory workers as well who are jobless because of this. The original site down on the Laois-Carlow border lies derelict. All that's on it is a derelict site at the moment. We're proposing that a factory would be re-established, and there's a perfect location located between the Midlands and the South East, which would be ideal for that, right on the edge of County Laois. And what we're proposing there is that the bioethanol industry could be established along with the sugar processing, and it has the potential to create up to 5,000 jobs. And we hope that government will support that. We're also proposing that money would be invested in water infrastructure. Now, the government are going to take money out of the National Pension Reserve Fund and put it into meters. And I can give you the statistics as to why that's going to fail. That's not going to save any water, because when you compare the figures for Wales and Dublin, you will see that meters don't save water. If you stop the leaks in the system, it does. The problem is that what you're proposing to do is to create some short-term jobs, but it won't save money in the long term, because the leaks will continue. What Sinn Féin is proposing is more sustainable, that's used to fix the leaks, and you get a more medium and long-term return out of it. Thanks, Mr. Hurley. We're also asking that the National Pension Reserve, or the National Pension Industry, private pension industry, would invest $3 billion in retrofitting what we call the green economy, and that pays back a dividend. It has the potential to retrofit 500,000 homes, which would bring a return, it's estimated, of $748 million per annum, which is a lot of money. It's almost $7.5 billion over 10 years, and money comes back in again from that. And to conclude, the wind industry, we believe there's potential there, but this must be done in conjunction with local people, preferably with co-op or semi-state ownership of it, not owned by foreign multinationals who are then going to export the cheap electricity, while we continue to have to import dear and costly fossil fuel to fuel our homes. The wind energy that would be generated cheaply by these companies will simply be exported to England. We want that done the other way around. Sure, if we have surplus electricity, let's export it to England. I have no problem with that, or Scotland or Wales or anybody else who will take it. So, in conclusion, Minister, and just in the time available to me, I'm trying to outline 3 positive proposals. We should always put forward positive proposals, and we would ask the government. We'd ask the government to look at those. Some of the people from the government bench that come in here tonight and just got into a rant. We shouldn't do that. Let's look at what we actually said. A lot of the media ignored what we said in our document last autumn when we launched it. What I'm asking the government to do is, we're not putting it forward to score points off anybody. We're putting it forward in an honest attempt, Count Corla and Minister, to highlight the fact that we believe that there are some areas where there can be jobs created. We would urge the government to give it serious consideration. We didn't pluck it out of the sky. We have looked at what's best practice on a European and across the globe, what's happening. That's where, and we've looked at the ideas and practices that have worked in other economies.
Thanks,
and we ask you to give them serious consideration.
Yeah, good, Margaret.